A viewer asked me if I could do a video all about bounces. So today we're going to talk everything there is to know about bounce material. Now in the film world, there are literally hundreds of different types of bounces. And most of the time you'll probably never see them or know anything about them. Some of the unusual ones that we won't talk about in this video is something like day grays and day blues. They're Muslim bounces, but they're a little bit different types of color. That's why they're called day grays and day blues. But we're just going to go through most of the common and standard types of bounces out there. You might ask, what is a bounce? A bounce can be any type of material, like a white wall or just some kind of fabric. It could be a bed sheet in the cheap terms, guerrilla filmmaking, when things were very expensive and very hard to get a hold of. You would use bed sheets, just a white as white could be bed sheet to bounce light to make your light much softer. Or you could do photo reflectors, very common in the photography world. Some of them are four-way photo reflectors. That means they have a clay coat and then a silver side, a gold side, and a soft white bounce side. Now you can go out there and pay some money for this stuff. Smaller ones are not that expensive, maybe 20 bucks. And then it can run you up to 50 to 100 bucks depending on the quality and the manufacturer and the size.
We want our money back, asswipe.
This is not something commonly used in the film industry. We like to use different types of materials. And 90% of the time, we're going to make our own.
How'd you get into cinematography?
A gold or silver lame or a checkerboard lame. It can come in sizes of 4x, 6x, 8x, 12x, 20x. It can come in any type of size that you want. This is a standard 4x4 silver lame, very shiny, not very soft. You know, what I would probably use this for is if I'm outside in the sun and I want to give a hard edge light from the sun onto my subject, I would put that back there in the light and then I could edge them very hard. I wouldn't bounce this from a front side onto their face because you're going to find out that the light source is going to be extremely hard. This is a lot like your photography reflectors, right? It's kind of the same material as you would get on your photography reflectors. This is a silver lame on this side and a gold lame on the opposite side. Gold lame mostly going to be for your sunsets and your sunrises, just to give it a little bit more color than a straight white silver. Silver is going to give you a harsh white color. Gold's going to give you a harsh golden color, like a tungsten light. This is a 4x4, so we need something to put that on, like a 4x4 frame. This is just a standard gel frame, standard 4x4 flat gel frame. Some of them more professional ones. This is what I would call photography grade. I wouldn't call this professional film grade. There's no nylon webbing around it, and there's no ties to tie it on. That's how you know if it's professional or if it's studio. Generally, what we're going to do with this, we can take a C-stand or a combo stand outside, and we are going to set this, if you're lighting up your subject, we're going to set this in the under position because we're using the sun as our bounce or fill, and then we can fill me up that gold color like we see here. You're going to fill me up this way. Or we can set it, like I said, in the back position, and then I can kind of stand in front and hopefully get a nice little glow or edge. Gold lame, silver lame, good for outside work. Or they have checkerboard lames. That means each little square is going to be different. It's going to be a silver, then a gold, then a silver, then a gold. Call it checkerboard lame. I don't own a checkerboard lame, so you're not going to see that in this video. Those are things that are common on professional grip trucks, but I choose not to buy them because nobody wants them anymore.
Could I have your attention, please?
So in other videos, we have showed you how to make your own bounce, or what I would call trash into treasure. This came in a shipping box, something I ordered, and this is just polystyrofoam. But I took this piece and used some gaff tape, fit it to a cardboard. Sometimes people like to use foam core, like black, white foam core. You can have a black side or white side if you want. And that's going to be like a hard side. If you do foam core, you'd be a hard side, and this would be the soft bounce side. Or you can take something called Roscoe Flex, or Lee Filters has their flex too, silver or gold, and you can fasten that to the opposite side of your polyboard, and then you get a much harder type of bounce. You could use this in very sunny conditions, or if you want to be far away from your subject, but you need to throw a lot of light onto your subject, you're going to use one of these.
Let's go break something.
Where do I get this poly bounce if I just want to purchase one new? This was new at one time, but it's been worked. So it has a bunch of scratches and holes and stuff like that because a lot of times it gets worked and then it gets tossed to the side. This is something though, if you keep nice, you can keep on many jobs, not just a one and done job. And where do you get this? So you need to call a polyurethane.
You just don't get it, do you? You don't.
You need to call a polystyrofoam manufacturer. Most large cities are going to have a distributor manufacturer in their area, and you just got to look for them and call them up. Sometimes you can call sign shops. That's mostly sign shops are going to have more foam core stuff, but they may, if they can get foam core from somebody, then they can get polyboard. Most of the manufacturers aren't going to sell small sheets anyways. They're going to sell the full 4x8. This particular manufacturer did not make 4x8s. They only made whatever this is, 2.5, almost 3, I guess.
We want our money back, asswipe.
One thing about bounces, you call this a Hollywood bounce. Hollywood, you're going to hold it. Standard practice on every film set and commercial is a poly bounce. Like I said, I just fixed this to cardboard. But you can do foam core. That's most common to do foam core, white side, and a poly bounce on the opposite side. That's what we're going to call hard side or soft side. So if you want a softer bounce, you're going to use the poly. Harder bounce, you're going to use the foam core side. And just in the studio, we're going to set it into a C-stand. And to do that, you need a quacker or polyboard holder or duckbill. Has many names: quacker, duckbill, foam polyboard holder, foam core holder. Don't know why it has so many names. Everybody's got a nickname for it. I usually just call it a quacker or a duckbill. You'll know when people ask, and then you're going to set it right in here like so. And again, this is all for filling up people. So you got all your lights, maybe in a big studio situation, you got a bunch of lights hanging overhead, and then you're just gonna do it like in this position, and then people are talking into the camera and stuff, and you're just gonna fill up one side of the face because, usually if you're shooting short side, that means the hard light's hitting this side of the face. The short side is short of the camera. This is going to be your darker side. And then you set your polyboard on that side just to lift it up so it's not so dramatic looking. This is film theory and cinematography and whatever. I mean, this is a thing of choice. Depending if you're shooting a horror movie, you're probably not going to use a whole lot of this to bounce up people because you want those hard, crisp shadows. But if you're doing some kind of romance or comedy, you're going to use this, fill everything up, or just beauty. You want your actress to be very beautiful. You're going to fill her up on one side so she has a nice ratio between the two sides, and those shadows aren't too harsh.
Pat, that was perfect. Do you know anything about film production?
Well, I like to think so.
First thing I do is a grip on a film set is I make a bunch of these. I start out with an 8x, so I have two 4x8s. Then I cut down two 4x4s. And then some people like to cut circles. So you just cut the edges and just make a circle out of it. And then some people like call stop signs. So that's a octagon shape. Stop sign, 8 sides, octagon. Various sizes, 2x3, 2x4, 2x2s. So that's it for the handmade bounces. Again, you can use these in many different ways. We can go over the top, and then you can throw a light into it and then bounce down if you want your source to be down, or fill, like if you want your key light to be extra soft, you can just use a light to bounce into there and make it much softer instead of, just blasting somebody with a light.
What kind of a movie is this?
And then some other material out there is something like I said, bed sheet. This is not bed sheet. This is just a sample. I have yet to purchase an actual big 4x4 or 8x of this, but this is what you call bleached muzz. Bleached, just like bleached your clothes. When you're washing your clothes, you want to bleach them. That's why it's called bleached muzz, because it's been bleached. The fabric has been bleached out for pure whiteness. That's when you go buy something professionally, bleached muzz. That's why you buy it professionally, because it's got the actual colors. There's no color whatsoever in it. It's been bleached. It's a fabric, cotton, rough kind of cotton fabric. Not something you want to go home and sleep on, but it is kind of like a bed sheet, feels just like it. Then the other material you have is unbleached muzz. I don't have a sample of that, but it's going to be more of a brownish color. And the reason for that is not to have such a pure white light bounce. It can add actual color to the skin tones. So if you don't want to whiten or blue out your skin tones, you'll use a unbleached muzz, that's the brown material, to bring skin tones back up.
Let me see.
This is what we call is a clay coat, or a lot of people will call this a ultra bounce. And you can see from the material, like I said, there's ties all the way around. So if we are outside, we can tie this onto a frame and keep it nice and tight. That's what separates this from photography world. This is more professional equipment, and that's why. And if you can see there, it also has the nylon, like I talked about, the nylon webbing sewn all the way around the corners to keep it from breaking or snapping in the wind. But the clay coat, the ultra bounce, is the most bounciest of bounces.
Hope you got that one down.
A ultra bounce because it has the ultraist bounce. It's not like your lames, and not like your silver and gold lames. It's not very hard. It's still very soft, but it also bounces a lot more than your Muslim and your unbleached muslin. The muslins take a lot of the bounce out of it, where the ultra bounce actually is much luminescent of a bounce.
Right.
And the reason we use a lot of these in the film business is because the way people light now is we do book lights. We're going to take a couple of lights, maybe one light, and bounce into this. And then we're going to set another frame in front of it. More than likely, one of the favorites out there is grid cloth. So that could be a full grid, half grid, quarter grid, eighth grid. The beauty about grid cloth is it tends to be a little bit more wrappy around the side of the face. So when you set the bounce here as your key, it will wrap around a little bit more, so you don't have to have so much of a bounce on the opposite side, or less of a bounce on your fill side. But very common, the ultra bounce. That's what I use more than anything, is because, like I said, when I do my lighting, I'm going to do book lights
Always the sign of good movie making.
to get that softest of softest look. So that's a rundown of at least everything that I own, or the most popular type of bounces out there in the film world today. Uh, I will do another video with a model, and I'll show you each and every type of bounce that I just described here in a future video, so you can actually see how hard and soft and what these bounces actually do.
Dude, it is the most radical empire to all that which is radical.
And if you like this video, here's another one up somewhere in one of these corners. There's another video for you to enjoy. And there's also a subscribe button. So hit that, like that, check out our merch, look for more videos in the future on filmmaking and a lot of things that you probably don't know from somebody who's actually been there and seen it.